Peace and love. 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 Look, y'all, I ain't even been on here so long. I ain't even did my little peace and love thing in a video so long. Y'all, I almost forgot. But anyway, y'all. Peace and love. It's the Queen 7 coming up in here to holler at y'all about what's real, to break a couple of chains. Y'all already know when y'all see my face, y'all already know what's about to go down. Okay. How many of y'all miss me? Because I miss y'all. I've been procrastinating all day, y'all. I'm getting on live. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the point. I don't expect everybody to be on here right now because it's Friday. And, you know, people will be trying to get out here in the streets and have fun. But, hey, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. I love y'all. I can't really see who all tapping in right now because the camera is kind of far away. So I'll talk to y'all in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and get to it while I'm, a little focused. The enemy has been trying to distract me from this message, but somebody needs this message. And the name of this title is Strong Ones. Okay, I'm talking to my strong ones. I wanted to remind y'all that you got this. You got this. You are not on the wrong path. You are not losing your mind. You are not by yourself. You are not tripping. You feel what I'm saying? Look, Nicholas. You are not tripping. You feel what I'm saying? You are right where you're supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be at. The reason why I say this is because a lot of people, strong people like myself, are going through some mental battles right now. And I said the spirit of suicide is heavy because, oh God, I talked to one of my tribe members today, and he was talking about, one of his friends, committed suicide, and this person is a very, strong individual who basically helped him grow. So with that being said, I wanted to speak to my strong individuals because, I too have, I'm strong, and I know for a fact I lift people and help people grow. But it be times where I kind of fall by the wayside, or, I want to give up on life and just say, forget it all, And, that's where the tribe come in, and all the people that I poured into supposed to come back and kind of say, hey, girl, wake up. That ain't you. Okay. So, and I know for a fact I've been sent wise teachers that woke me up and, rose me up out of my sleep and slumber, and they decided to give up. So, or was trying to give up. I'm not going to say decided, but was trying to give up. So, moral of the story is many of you feel like, you know what, I don't see no progress happening. I don't see no change happening. I'm praying. I'm doing everything that's right. I'm trying to clean my slate. I'm trying to change my life. But God, it just seems like nothing is working. But the truth is things are working in divine's order, in divine's timing, and it's working behind the scenes where you can't see it. Okay? But it's not meant for you to give up. Those hardships that you're going through, those fake relationships, fake friendships, fake family ships, all of those ships that you've been on, that you like, God, you know what? It seems like everywhere I go, I get burned, right? Really, it's not designed for you to close off and close your heart. It's designed for you to learn from. It's designed for you to take the meat and leave the wrapper. You feel what I'm saying? Because not every ship that you get on is going to be a negative one. No, the only reason why you probably was on that negative ship in the first place, or those negative ships in the first place, was because it was some work that you still had to do. It was some things you still had to heal, some things you still needed to release. You know what I mean? And sometimes you might look at it like, God, why it seems like I'm repeating the same cycle? It seems like I'm meeting the same people. It seems like I'm ending up in the same kind of relationships with different kind of folks, but the same thing. But at the end of the day, it's because it's a lesson that needs to be learned. Until you master that lesson, you're going to keep going through that thing. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. That's just like a test when you're in school. The teacher ain't going to give you an A until you pass that test. And you got some teachers who will just straight up give you an F. You got some teachers who will give you an A minus, B minus, and all those minuses. But then you got some teachers who will say, you know what? I'm going to give you a makeup test. I'm going to let you make that thing up. I'm going to let you retake it until you figure it out, until you pass it. Because I don't want to leave no child behind. And see, God, the universe is no different. The universe does not want to leave any of his children behind. But see, a lot of the children right now have been praying to the Most High God, saying, God, Please help me. Get me out of this. Get me out of that. Remove this lover. Remove that family member. Remove me from this job. God, give me some more money. God, please guide me and give me more courage. Y'all praying for a lot of things, right? And let me give y'all an example, right? You're praying for a lot of things, but then the thing is it's not coming in a form or from who in the package that you want it from. Like myself. People look at me and they say, oh, she got her thighs out. Oh, she got on a crop top. Don't listen to her. God don't talk to her. Oh, God ain't with her. But this is where the problem lies. You judge the book by the cover. And see, many of you have been praying and praying and praying and asking God for answers. But a lot of you are trying to tell God how to answer it. And a lot of you are upset because of the package that your answers are coming in. Like myself. Well, what make her so special, God? Or why you talking to her? Why you chose her? Because she listens. Because she opens her vessel to get the answers to spread worldwide. Because y'all won't do it. Right? Now, go back to this example. I've been using this example for the last week. Many of you that's around my age group know about the Magic School Bus, right? I love the Magic School Bus. Okay? So just look at it like, I'm just going to say, God, the universe, Magic School Bus. You want to grow, you want to evolve, right? You want a change of scenery and atmosphere in your life. You want to change your whole aura, right? Okay, boom. Look at that as a ticket, okay? You know what, God? I'm buying me a one-way ticket to my higher self because I am sick of being at this lower self, God. So I need to be on the first train or the first bus or the first plane smoking, God, right? So you get to this first plane, bus, or this train smoking, okay? You get there. And there goes 7 standing right there at the door. Little old 7. Hey, how you doing? Well, welcome aboard. Can I get your ticket, please? Because see, your ticket is your admission. See, your ticket is your prayer, okay? You prayed to get on this train, bus, or a plane, or whatever form of transportation you chose. You chose. Your spirit chose, right? So you are trying to get on this thing, right? And I'm at the door saying, hey, give me the ticket. And then you can get aboard. You can go ahead and board yourself on. Get on that thing. But no, you want to stand here and say, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to get on this plane because it ain't the color I want. It ain't dressed up like I want. Matter of fact, you ain't even the ticket taker that I like. Because I don't want you taking my ticket. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I even want. And I'm standing here like, I'm looking at the line behind you because we got a line of people who have prayed those same prayers that you done prayed, right? But you standing your ass in the front of this line, want to block the line behind a ticket that you paid for, okay? You prayed this prayer. You asked the Most High for the elevation. You asked the Most High to get out of lower self, to go to higher self, to get on the Magic School Bus and to grow. You did, right? You bought the ticket. All I'm here to do is take the ticket and help you get on the board so we can get this bus, train, or however we traveling, rolling and smoking. But I can't do that if we got people who refuse to acknowledge that, damn, I bought this ticket. Why am I fighting to get on this means of transportation when I bought the ticket? I shouldn't have bought the ticket. You feel me? So many of you have bought tickets to growth that you ain't ready for. Many of you are not ready for the change that you've been asking for. And many of you say, I am 7. But the thing is you're blocking what source in the form is coming in. Like myself. Because I don't look like the norm. I'm not dressed up like in a white coat like a doctor. I'm not in somebody's pulpit behind a pew or whatever talking about I'm a preacher. I'm not on somebody's big old podium, a president. But at the end of the day, if you pray for something, it don't matter which form it comes in. I don't care if it comes in the form of a bird. You need to be open and receptive to the answers of the Most High God in order to get back to your center, which is why I chose this filter on this video. It's because many of us have so many faces, so many hats that we have embodied that we have forgotten who we are. And so right now, we're in Gemini season. See, a lot of y'all don't want to, talk about that, the zodiac stuff, but it's real. It is, whether you believe it or not. But we just entered in Gemini season. And if you know Geminis, a lot of people say, well, Geminis have a lot of personalities and this and that. Okay, well, if Geminis have a lot of personalities, just imagine the whole world right now, just operating in Gemini energy. Unconsciously. You're not even knowing you in Gemini energy. So a lot of you right now are dealing with different personalities of yourself. And many faces that you're seeing, you ain't even know you had. You angry one minute, you sad next minute, you happy the next minute, you ready to be about business the next minute, you forget the world the next minute, ready to fight the next. Yeah, those are the many faces of yourself that is being put in front of you right now for you to see who you truly are. And this is why God is saying, find yourself to get back to who you are. Everybody got different sides of themselves, right? But we don't have to operate out of each and every one of them unless necessary. You know what I mean? But right now, the reason why a lot of people, strong people, are dealing with suicidal thoughts is because, for one, we are being faced with the shadow parts of ourselves. We are being triggered. If you were raped, you were molested, if you were cheated on, you were bruised, battered and bruised, you were poisoned, you were anything that was not godly, that traumatized you. Right now, it's like that stuff is kind of replaying itself. It's like it's resurfacing right now, right? And it's popping up, and you're like, whoa, oh my God. It's taking you back to that place, that moment, that age, you were in it at the time, right? But that's happening for you to recognize where you were wounded, where you were hurt, where you need to heal. Not for you to go and close your heart. No, it's for you to go and speak up. See, my throat want to try to clog up. It's for you to go and speak up. Lovingly speak your truth. If somebody hurt you, it's time for you to speak up about that stuff. You know what I mean? Get that out of you so you can heal. You feel what I'm saying? Stop listening to those clamorings in your mind telling you you're not a good mother, a good father. Because a lot of us right now, mothers and fathers, are dealing with hellish children right now. Yes. And I ain't gonna make it like all the parents are perfect, because we're not. But I'm talking to them as strong ones, the good ones, the ones that raise their children right. No, they put they all into everything. And these kids are going out their way to rebel and give you hell, right? And it got you thinking, well, God, what did I do wrong? What I could have did better, God. Maybe I should have, would have, could have. I probably should have bought more Jordans. I probably should have gave more money. I probably should have. No. If you are an awesome parent and you know you were, don't let the trick of the enemy get in the way and use your children to trick you into thinking you a bad parent. Because see, right now, all of this stuff that I'm touching bases on ain't nothing but a prophecy being fulfilled that a lot of us have went to church and heard in churches, in the preachers, out the preacher's mouth. A lot of us have read in scriptures. Like my aunt said, we are living out the scripture of the fig tree. Right now, where the mothers and the daughters are against each other, the fathers and the sons are against each other. And it's really because the universe is trying to reset herself and trying to, get the village back in order, get the kids back in the children's places, get the parents back in the parents' places, because for so long we have all been out of order to the point we have accumulated so many faces, we don't even know who we are. We don't even know who we are. And because we don't know who we are, we have put on so many faces trying to make everybody happy, people please everybody, and cover up who we truly are and hide the pain that we really got going on, to the point now it's damn near killing us. Many of us are ready to go to the gun, ready to drive off a cliff, ready to just really off yourselves. Why? Because you don't know yourself. If you knew yourself, you would forgive yourself for even thinking about taking yourself out, because you are a phenomenal being. You are amazing. Phenomenal man, a phenomenal woman. You feel what I'm saying? A phenomenal child. Like, no being on this planet is perfect. And right now we are all battling mentally, especially our children. They battling hard too. You feel me? That's why a lot of them are rebelling against the norm, because we have we've let the kids got so far out with raising themselves that now we trying to get a grip on them. The universe is trying to help us get back in order. The kids is fighting against that. And it's making you think you're a bad parent because you putting down boundaries. You putting down, your foot. You making them earn stuff now. You're not spoiling them rotten because, a lot of us is giving these children and they ain't earning shit. They ain't earning shit. And then when you give so much till you give up yourself to the point they don't care. It's that one thing that you can't do. I've been watching so many videos of parents buying cars for children at 15 and 16, and the children is getting nasty because it's not the car they want. Baby, I remember when I didn't have that choice. You know what I mean? I had to buy my own first car, and it wasn't the car I wanted. It wasn't a Lexus or a Benz or a Tesla. No, it was a Buick Sentra in 1980, and I paid $350 for it of my own money that I had worked for at my first job. See, you won't appreciate nothing until you have worked for it and you have earned it. And see, we haven't made these children earn nothing, which is why they shitting on you now. Yeah, because we done spared the rod. Well, I want to give my child everything I never had. Well, some of your children need nothing. Because some of y'all was giving everything. And some of y'all turn around and gave your children everything. And guess what? Now your kids don't appreciate the everything you gave them because it's that one thing you can't do. It ain't about the million things you did do. It's that one thing that you couldn't do right or you didn't have time to do. They make your whole world just crumble. And this is why I'm having this video, because there's so many parents around here right now feeling shitty because of this, their children doing that, this thing right here. And at the end of the day, I'm here to let you know you're a great parent. You ain't tripping. It's time to put your foot down, draw those boundaries, and put your foot on them kids' neck. And I don't mean physically, not unless you need to, but don't hurt them, okay? Because I ain't saying we get into no place of abuse. No, what I'm saying is it's time for children to get in the children's place. It is time for adults to get in the adults' place. It's time for women to get in women's place. It's time for men to get in men's places. Because everybody out of order. Everybody out of place. So everybody is kind of having a little, we got a little turbulence right now. A little turbulence going on because we having a hard time getting in our places, getting in our center, getting on our thrones and sitting there. Don't worry about these kids catching no attitudes because you telling them yes and no. No is a complete sentence. You don't owe them no explanation. If you told them no for their safety, then it's just that. You don't owe them no explanation. They get mad, hoop and holler, throw a tantrum, fall out on the floor. But at the end of the day, you created these children. They didn't create you. So don't let these kids run you ragged and have you thinking you're a fool. Let them go through their little phase, I'm that type of mama where, I'm in the store, and I got a child who want to fall out on the floor and have a temper tantrum, and you ain't got no reason to have a temper tantrum. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to let you act a fool because you don't want to look crazy on the floor. And when you realize that I ain't stopping and I'm going to keep walking, you're going to eventually get up and dust yourself off or you're going to get left. And so at the end of the day, I'm talking to my strong ones. I ain't talking to them parents who ain't about shit. I'm talking to them parents who know for a fact that they have been 100% to their children since they had them. And these kids are giving you grief right now. And you are second guessing your teachings. You second guessing your parenting. You second guessing your whole livelihood. And I'm here to let you know it's the trick of an enemy. And not just your children, but your jobs, just your minds, everything right now. It's like a trick to test you, to see if you're going to notice when you in an illusion or reality. Notice the difference, right? Know when you've been a good hard worker. Know when you put your best foot forward. And know when you deserve better. And sometimes you got to drop the towel and walk away, even if it's from your own seeds, to let them know, hey, I'm not going to let you disrespect me. I'm not going to let you hand me your butt. If I've been handing you my heart this whole time, I deserve your heart back. But if you want to hand me your ass, then I'm going to hand you mine back too. It's an equal give and take. And it's not about being mean. It's called tough love. And right now, a lot of us dealing with a lot of tough love, even from the universe, from the Most High God. Because we haven't faced reality. We have not dealt with what we need to deal with. We got a lot of unfinished business. So I'm doing this video to let you know to finish your business. whatever childhood trauma, whatever you might have done as a child that wasn't right to your parents, or whatever your parents might have done that wasn't right to you, it is time to right those wrongs now. It is time to let go of the old paradigm, the old way of thinking, because it's no longer existing anymore. Many of you don't even go to church anymore due to listening to spiritual people like myself. The churches have been exposed for so much fraud and so much fake and so much foolery, right? So a lot of y'all saying, well, Seven, I don't have a place of refuge. Where am I supposed to go, Seven? I don't know how to save myself. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to. How am I supposed to heal? What am I supposed to do? But see, all of this is designed for you to go back to you. I've been saying for a long time that you are who you are waiting on. Many of you are still sitting here waiting on a man to come and walk this earth that's already walked it and still walking it, right? Many of you are still waiting on this imaginary something. But guess what? God is sitting back waiting on you to center yourself so that we can get this train, bus, plane moving. But we can't get it moving if we too busy standing at the bus fighting who don't want to get a ticket. I'm not finna fight you for your deliverance. The ancestors, the angels is not finna fight you to get on the magic school bus that you prayed to get on, my love. You prayed to get on this. I know what trip we finna go on. I done been on this trip million times. I love this trip. But the only thing that you're afraid of is your higher self. You are running from you. Many people say, well, Seven, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of spirituality. But spirituality is a lifestyle, baby. I was talking to my auntie the other day. I grew up in a holiness church. I can remember being at school, doing my test paper, and they ask you what your religion, and I'm writing down, and I'm looking. They got Baptists, they got all these Pentecost, they got all these religions. But when it got to mine, which was holiness, holiness was not on the paper. So I had to make my own bubble, right? And then I had to write holiness, however I spelt it, because I didn't even know how holiness was spelled because I was only in the 6th grade. So I'm writing holiness down. And then the teacher goes around and she's like, y'all get up and explain, let's break the ice. Tell the class something about yourself. So I get up and I begin to tell the class, hey, I'm from a holiness church. I wear skirts all the time. This is why I wear skirts. And they're like, you from where? And I'm from a holiness church. Holiness? What is that? Y'all don't know what holiness is? So now I'm ashamed and I'm embarrassed because I grew up all my life thinking I knew what holiness was. But then I'm talking to my aunt the other day, and my aunt says, well, holiness is not a religion. Holiness is a lifestyle. It's a way of being. I said, oh my God. And just because I'm spiritual and I get up and I do lives and I spit knowledge and help teach people don't mean I know it all, because I don't. And I just learned this yesterday ago, that holiness was a lifestyle. I went my entire life thinking holiness was a religion, a form of religion. But see, our people will we will perish for the lack of knowledge, right? So the reason why I'm having this video is because to help you get back to that holiness part of yourself. Get back to that spiritual part of yourself. That bus ticket, that plane ticket, all of that, those tickets that you have bought, you prayed for, is to you get back to your holiest self, your highest self, to become a remember. That's just like you a member of a what's those popular clubs they be having? You have to be a member of those places, right? So when your membership expires, you have to remember. You have to become a remember of that thing. So remember yourself. I hope I'm making sense. I know I'm all over the place, y'all. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to make sure I cram it together. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm watching my people be disconnected. And many of you are disconnected from your elements. Many of you need to get back to your element. Air, water, earth, fire. Fire, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. That's fire sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio are water signs. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo are earth signs. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. How do I get back to my element 7? Well, first of all, me being a fire sign, well, that's self-explanatory. Be around fire. Connect with fire. Burn some candles. Sit around fireplaces. Go outside. Burn s'mores. Make s'mores. Turn on the oven. Go in the kitchen and cook. I don't give a damn. Be around lights. All I know is get connected to your element. Earth signs. Y'all are the most disconnected elements I have ever seen in my life. How do I get connected to Earth 7? Earth, stones. That's a form. Y'all like to call them rocks. Stones is a great way. This is why we go to the beach. This is why we go play in the sand. This is why we like to walk in the dirt and the grass. We hug trees. It's called grounding. Okay? Y'all see, every time I say something, my necklace clap to this doggone thing. It's called grounding. Connect yourself back to your element, just like you do your charger, your phone. When your phone about to die to your charger, go plug yourself to your charger. Air signs. If you don't take your butt outside and take a deep breath, a lot of y'all don't even breathe. Y'all don't even enjoy the art of breathing. Y'all don't realize how many people is in DCH right now and in UAB on ventilators. Ventilators cannot breathe on their own. They need assistance. But you can. You out here upset, stressed, head full of air because you ain't let it out. All you got to do is breathe, baby. Turn you on a fan. Go outside, sit by the water, let the wind blow by. Wherever wind is, get near wind, fresh air. Incense, burn incense. Incense are a form of air. That's a part of the air element. This is why we burn incense and all that type of stuff. Sage and stuff. Then you get to the, what am I forgetting? Water signs. Y'all so thirsty. Y'all are some of the most thirsty people. Some of the most dehydrated people I've seen in my life. All you got to do is drink pure water. I ain't talking about that purified water, the distilled water, that GMO modified water, that water full of fluoride that blocks your pineal gland. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about spring water. You need to purify your vessel. You need to baptize yourself in water as much as possible. You need to be near water, pray with water, dance with water, meditate with water. Everybody needs to do that with their elements. This is why when we have an altar, we put all of the elements at the altar: air, water, earth, fire. Because you are centering yourself and you are connecting yourself with all 4 elements. And when you connect yourself with all 4 elements, you have now embodied all 4 elements. Now you can produce that 5th element, which is love. Y'all, I know I've been all over the place, but I need y'all to walk away from that cliff that you've been thinking about and contemplating on jumping off of. Whether it be physically, metaphorically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I need you to get back to yourself and remember who the fuck you are. Excuse my French, but don't excuse my French. Do not let all of those faces that you have accumulated, all of those masks, deceive you. This is why I've been telling y'all for the last year or 2, mask off. Take those masks off so you can see the real you. Because you're beautiful, I promise. You're handsome, I promise. I see you. But it don't mean nothing if you don't. If you don't see you, then what good am I? So stop second guessing yourself. Stop doubting your path. Stop doubting how far God has brought you, because God would not bring you this far to leave you, I promise. Many of you are fighting getting on this transportation. Y'all fighting it. And guess where you at? You staying in the lost lands, because I ain't gonna do nothing but kick your butt to the side so I can get this line out the way, because there's so many other people who want to get on this bus. They want to get out the lost lands. I ain't got time to be standing here wrestling and fighting with y'all, because you bought the ticket. I'm just here to take it. Miss Frizzle and Mr. Frizzle, which is the Most High God and Mother Earth, on the bus waiting on you. I'm just here taking the tickets. I'm just the conductor or whatever you want to call. I don't know if that's the right term, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not finna fight you. The angels and the ancestors of the Most High God is not finna fight you for your growth and your evolution. A lot of y'all are trying to take this old religion, old mindset, old pain, old trauma, old wound, all that old to the new. And God said, no, no, no. You're not getting on with that. Many of you are bringing a lot of that baggage. And you can't even get on the bus. You can't even fit through the door of the plane because you got so much baggage. God said, pack light. Drop that weight. Drop those people that don't mean you no good. Let go of the cookie because it's crumbling. But you want to keep on that old stale cookie that don't even taste good no more. You want to try to bring it on the plane. You want to try to bring that old lover that been cheating on you and hurting you for the longest. You want to try to bring that old best friend that you know ain't trying to grow. You want to try to people please these doggone this crowd. You want to bring the clout chasing. You want to bring licking your kid's boot tail on it. And God said, no, no, no. None of that mess is welcomed on here. We ain't got room for it. It's a capacity level on this bus. It's a capacity level on this plane. It's a capacity weight level on this train. And if we allow everybody to bring all of their drama, their baggage, and their weight that they refuse to let go of, that they want to stay in the lost lands and hold on to, they want to fight against the currents and leave them out there with it. But we're going to move them out the way, and we're going to welcome in other people who have dropped their baggage, who are willing to let go of those things, people, places, and things that no longer serve them so that they can free themselves, pack light, and get on. Because, baby, we got a trip that we're trying to go on. But a lot of that mess that y'all used to, God said it's time to undo, unlearn, drop it so I can give you what is. And what you used to ain't valid no more. That's just like a lot of our debit cards. You know, the debit card is only valid for so many years. Your ID is only valid for so many years. Even your tags, everything, damn near everything has an expiration date. Even the word that a lot of us have accumulated in our minds. God is trying to undo these paradigms so that he can rebuild up a new one, because that old one, it ain't sturdy no more. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm done falling in the cracks. I'm done fighting against the currents of life. I'm done telling God what to do and how to answer my prayers. And I'm also done letting distractions get in my way of me getting on this bus. I don't care how many times I've been on this bus. I'm not going to let my family, my child, my friends, my lovers, anybody that try to come in the way of my growth, my expansion, my evolution, my relationship with the Most High God, or anything of that nature. You're going to fall by the wayside because I ain't going with you. I'm not going to turn to a pillar of salt with you. I'm just not. So I'm giving y'all the blueprint for y'all, how y'all need to conduct y'all life as well. It's time to get on that bus that you bought the ticket to get on. That plane, that train. Okay? And Get out of the lost lands. Okay? Stop fighting yourself. Because it ain't nobody but your lower self fighting your higher self. That's all it is. You are fighting your best self. The only thing you scared of is you. It's finding out how real you can be, how authentic you can be, how beautiful you can be, how strong you can be, how resilient you can be. You scared of looking back and seeing how far you came? You scared of looking back and seeing how you finally drew yourself some boundaries? You scared of realizing that you deserve more and you're no longer settling for less? That's what you're afraid of? Because when you get on that magic school bus, you choose you. And you no longer settle for those low vibrational bottom feeder things. You can't, because God ain't gonna let you. And if the universe even feel or smell like you gonna get on here and play, they ain't gonna let you get on. I promise you they not. That's why little old Seven standing up and saying, hey, let me get your ticket. And if I see you flinch a little bit, I'm be like, God, they ain't ready. And God gonna say, move them out the way. Because ain't nobody finna play. Y'all better choose what you're gonna do. You gonna stay in the lost lands, or you gonna get on the magic school bus? You choose. So with it being said, I love y'all. What is that? Oh, I needed this because I'm definitely battling myself about ungrateful ass kids. Yeah, that's what I'm telling y'all. And y'all share this live. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all share this live because there's some people out here that need this. Don't be stingy because y'all already know. I don't do nothing just for one of us. I do it for us as a collective and as a whole. But, yeah. I've been wanting to say something about these kids thing for a minute. But it's just a part of life. It's hard, But I'm just saying to y'all stay strong. To keep your kids lifted in prayer no matter how much they acting an ass. No matter how much they make you want to Bart Simpson choke them. Okay? Because some of them need it. Some of them really need it. That could be the problem why we're going through it. Some of them, we done spared the rod a little too long, and some of them need to be choked. But, okay. I'm sorry. All right, God. Don't choke your children. Because I don't want nobody going to jail on my account. Let the universe choke them. How about that? But anyway, you just keep telling them what's right. And if you know you taught them what's right, it is now time for you to trust your teachings, to let them go out there and experience life. Don't you get in the way of their life lessons or their growth. They got to go out there and experience it just like you did. And sometimes some of us are hard-headed, and the hard-head told us off ass, like my mom used to tell me. And I used to be one of those kids who didn't believe nothing until it started stinking. So I was the type of person where I used to have to go out there and experiment it and get into it before and get burned by it, then come back and be like, oh, never mind, get somebody else to do it. So sometimes those kids got to go out there and go through it too in order to learn what not to do. But many of us good parents have been so good to our children that we have sheltered them so much to the point that they don't even know what a hustle is. They don't even know what a struggle is. They have never hit rock bottom because we've always been the safety net. We done always saved them from each and everything. Hey, babe. We didn't save them from each and everything, so our kids don't know what it feels like. They don't know the struggle of nothing. So that's why they handing you their ass right now, because you have been the one to deal with the consequences of their actions. But now God is putting us all in the position to deal with our own consequences, including our children. So now's the time to make your kids smell that shit that they the ones accumulate. Excuse my French. Okay? And that don't mean you being mean. That don't mean you don't love your kids. Because see, for one, I know for a fact that I have been a wonderful wonderful mother to my child. But at the end of the day, my child too ain't perfect. You want to go through and, life and give teenage, things, then guess what? The best thing that I can do for mine is let her go out there. And I'm doing this right here. And I'm going to let life teach you. Because I have taught my child for the last 16 years on up all the tools that I had. Now it's time for her to go out and accumulate her own tools, right? And the same, y'all got to do the same for y'all children, but still keep them lifted in prayer. Don't give up on them just because they mad at you or just because they disrespecting and talk to you crazy. Okay? As long as you're not provoking them, then you're not in the wrong. Now, if you out here provoking your children, then don't expect them to respect you. But if you ain't giving them no reason to act an ass and they just acting an ass for no reason, then let them act an ass by themselves. You still keep them lifting in prayer, but you let God whoop that ass. Because God will do it. Just like God done did me before. Because I ain't going to lie. It was times when I was a kid and I didn't want to behave and listen to my mother. But guess what? When I got out there in that real world, the universe started spanking that ass. It started spanking that ass. And I bet you I went back. Mom, I'm sorry. I love you. I see what you were trying to say. I see why you were telling me no. I see why. Sometimes it takes for us to go back later in life, to get a little older in life to see. And sometimes it takes for us to have our own kids to see why mama and daddy said no or why mama and daddy wouldn't let us go. You feel what I'm saying? So don't feel bad for being a good parent. Don't feel bad for being a parent like myself who's overprotective, overbearing, as some of the kids might say, they want best for the children, don't want them to get hurt and all that. And you got an old school, you know what I'm saying? I'm old school. I still a chaperone. I'm that type of parent. I want to supervise my child. You feel what I'm saying? Don't feel bad for being old school like that. Because we need that in this new paradigm, because there is no rules out here. These kids out here is grown as hell. They ain't listening to nobody. They out here growner than us. And I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all kids I be want to slap the shit out on because y'all ain't dead. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, it's time for us to get a grip and a toll on these kids before they get a grip and a toll on us. Because they will do it. These same kids that's finna be running the world in a minute. So it's time for us to put them in their place now, because when they children get here, they kids they already weak as water. Let's just be real. Majority of them ain't went through nothing like us, older people. We done went through some things. We're a little tougher. Our skin's a little tougher. These kids, they built off of technology, TVs and computers. They don't know what it feels like to get out there and do no hard work. And, they don't even know what a callus is on your hand. They don't know what that is. They don't know what it is to get out there and blood, sweat, and tears. They don't know, because everything comes easy to them in this day and age. And so this is why we are here to bring back that hard work. You got to earn things in life. Ain't nothing in life easy. And if we keep allowing our children to think that everything in life is easy, we ain't doing nothing but crutching them, and we really are part of the freaking problem. So I'm not finna crutch mine no more. I made that mistake. So I wish that y'all would stop doing that, and also learn to live in the light of your own self, and raise your kids up until, they get grown or whatever, and until they decide to leave home. But thank you, babe. But at the end of the day, whenever they decide to leave home, be okay with that. You are a parent. You are renting them. That don't mean you revolve your whole life around these children, because, revolving your whole life around these children is a mistake. That not just kids, anybody, grown folks, anybody. Because when these people leave, they take you with them. So this is why you have to live for you too. You get what I'm saying? You a mother first. You a woman first. You a man first before you a father, a husband, or a mother, or wife, whatever. So always include yourself in taking care of your kids and your family, because one day these people will get up and walk away. And you don't want to be left empty, because you don't know, well, shit, I didn't revolve my whole life around these people. So now they gone. What I supposed to do? Go live. Go live for you. So I'm finna get off of here, because now I started smoking, y'all. I'm finna go eat. And it's Friday. Somebody need to go out and have them a drink. Somebody need to go out there and have them a smoke. Go, dance a little bit. Do what you need to do to release all of this mess that you can deal with all week. Because today been one funky Friday. And I just wanted to let y'all know that you're on the right path. You're not tripping. You're not crazy. Stay the course. Do not get distracted. Do your healing work. Face your shadows. Stop running. Most of all, love on you. I love y'all. I'm finna get up off of here. Peace and love. Stay beautiful. Stay handsome. Talk to y'all later.